Cal, it was a good first half for really both teams here. UT Martin trailed by as many as 9. Lipscomb had a big lead with 5:51 to go. But the Skyhawks have cut it to 1 thanks to Mike Liabo. Liabo in his first game this season with 12 points. He's 4 for 8 from the field and 4 for 7 from three-point range, and he definitely got the hot hand at the end of the first half.
Oh, he sure did, boy. And I'll tell you what, we have been missing that, and it was great to see him come in and start off and get a hot hand after the first shot or two. Boy, he got on a roll then. But this has been a very well played first half on the part of both teams. I mean, there's been good fast break action. There's been good defense. There's been some great three-point shooting. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a close game. I believe it's going to be like this right down at the end, Chris.
Skyhawks have it with the starters back in the lineup. Marshawn Newell, who did not see a whole lot of playing time in the first half, is what he is used to, is back in there with Terrence Smith, Miles Taylor, Justin Childs, and D. Oldham. One thing we've not gotten the ball to a lot is Miles Taylor, and Miles Taylor's called for an offensive foul, and he just lowered that shoulder and took it right at the Lipscomb defender, Malcolm Smith.
I think Miles got a little bit disturbed that time. He kind of lost his patience. He was really being played very, very aggressively, and the official was looking at it closely to see if he was going to call a foul on the defense, and Miles just got frustrated and put that shoulder down when he finally got the ball and knocked him over.
That's the first foul of the second half. Lipscomb with the ball. Lipscomb leading by 1. 19-18 remaining in the game. To the basket, Martin Smith, high off the glass, no good. Malcolm, the rebound, back up, no. Martin tips it, no. Rebound, Childs. Outlet to Marshawn Newell over to Oldham. D drives, missed it short. Took it to the basket on the left side. Did not come up with enough underneath there. J.J. Butler scores on the other end, and the Skyhawks are down by 3. D. Oldham to Miles Taylor. Miles to Terrence Smith. Childs is inside there. Over to Marshawn Newell.
Lipscomb staying with that zone, doing a good job with it. They come up and check on the ball pretty well.
Skyhawks hit 7 threes in the first half. Here's Terrence Smith for 3. Missed it. Childs with a rebound, back up and scores. Childs jumped over the defender to get that board.
Boy, Childs is so athletic for his size. Wow, he gets up great and got great speed. His speed down the floor in that first half chasing that loose ball was unreal.
Inside reverse is good. That's Malcolm Smith for Lipscomb, back to a 3-point lead. Bison's the advantage on the defensive end. UT Martin the basketball. Foul away from the ball, and Miles Taylor's picked up an offensive foul.
Miles is letting that defensive man frustrate him too much. And coach is going to have to substitute for him.
Well, Callie's gotten 2 fouls on 4 possessions, and that's his 4th foul of the game. And he goes out of the game. He took himself out of the game picking up that 4th foul. Both offensive fouls. 18:04 remaining, and the Skyhawks are trailing 43-40, down by 3 with Miles Taylor and 4 fouls. Back inside, this time Malcolm Smith fouled. He'll go to the line for the Bisons. Malcolm Smith in this game, 8 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Malcolm Smith, the junior at the charity stripe. Coach Casey Alexander's first season as the team adjusting to the new coach. Free throw is up. Got it. Lipscomb next up on the schedule, play at Georgetown. OBC Digital watching that replay. There's a nice pass by the guard as he got in there. J.C. Hampton to flip that one to Smith. Free throw is good. Chad Johnson into the game now. The Skyhawks are down by 5. UT Martin seeing the full court pressure D as the pass comes in to Newell. Coach Alexander graduated from Belmont in 1995, and his team played them twice this year, losing both games. Marshawn Newell to D. Oldham. Now to Marshawn. Marshawn goes in, fouled. That'll be the first foul against Lipscomb. And the foul against Josh Williams. Newell to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Marshawn Newell played solid all season, averaging 12 points a game. The free throw is good. From Memphis, Skyhawks down by 4. Josh Williams goes out. Malcolm Smith in the game. Back to the free throw line, Marshawn Newell. The junior puts it up and hits 2. It's a 3-point game at 45-42. 17 minutes, 35 seconds to go here. Skyhawks with a backcourt pressure D from Childs. Advancing it to Malcolm Smith. Lays it in now to Johnson, who scores.
They beat the press that time. They threw over the top of the double team and caught the open man heading right at the goal.
Marshawn now to D. Oldham. Skyhawks down 5. Terrence Smith to Justin Childs. Back over to Terrence on the right wing. Javier Martinez in there posting up. Marshawn Newell with a 2-point shot. That's no good. Martinez had a look at the rebound, but a foul against Javier as he tried to get around Martin Smith. But a good block out there from Martin.
It sure was.
That's 4 fouls. Martinez with 2. Carter Sanderson checks in. Sanderson with 5 points in the first half for Lipscomb. Skyhawks back down on D. 16 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock. Hampton passing it to Smith. Left wing Hampton. Hampton got a screen open for a long jumper, no good. Childs almost took that rebound to the face, knocked it away. D. Oldham got it. It boomeranged right off the rim there. Terrence Smith driving left side. Backs it back behind the 3-point line off the dribble. Now to D. Oldham. Gonna get to Marshawn. Skyhawks need a basket, down by 5. Marshawn to Terrence. Terrence in the corner to D. Quick fake, puts down the dribble, throws it back to Terrence. Shot clock at 10, now to Marshawn. Marshawn over to D. D for 3. Missed it. Rebound in there, J.C. Hampton. Hampton at 6'1", skied in the air to get that board. Dribbles through a couple of defenders, kicks it over, and here's a 3-pointer that's good for Martin Smith. Skyhawks are down 8. Lipscomb's biggest lead was at 9. That was with 5:51 remaining in the first half. Now they lead it by 8. Terrence Smith buries a 3-pointer. He has 12 points in the game. Terrence with his 4th 3. Skyhawks cut it to 5. 15:38 to go. Bounce pass down on the baseline. Smith, turnaround shot over Martinez. Hits the front of the iron and falls through. The Skyhawks trail by 7. Marshawn over to Terrence. Back to Newell. Newell left side, D. Oldham. Childs pops out. Back to Marshawn, top of the key, right side. We advance it against the zone. Inside, Javier Martinez to D. Oldham, cutting baseline over to Terrence. Terrence from 3. He's way downtown on that one. Missed it. Oldham the rebound. Takes it to the glass and misses. Malcolm Smith with the rebound. 52-45. UT Martin trailing by 7. Lipscomb the lead in the ball. 14:52 to go. Liabo and Mopo will check in next dead ball. Here's a 3 from Martin Smith. Another one, and the Skyhawks are down 10. 55-45. 14:41 remaining. D. Oldham on the left side. Martinez cut through the middle and was open for a second, but we didn't spot him. Marshawn Newell to Oldham, swinging it to Terrence. Terrence Smith back to D, over to Marshawn. Marshawn guarded by Sanderson. Shot clock is at 10 to Terrence. Terrence, Justin Childs. Childs dribbles back behind the 3-point line, shoots a fadeaway 3 that barely catches the iron. Not a good shot there from Childs. Rebound, Lipscomb. 14:07 to go.
This defense is putting a lot of pressure on our perimeter shooting.
Another 3. Smith missed that one. Rebound, Terrence Smith. Potentially you could have, well, here's Terrence to the basket. Got it, and 1. He'll go to the free throw line. A tough basket from Terrence Smith. And the shot is good, making it an 8-point game. He'll be at the free throw line after this media timeout. The Skyhawks 55-47 are down by 8 on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network. I'm talking to two officials. Did you see that?
I saw that. He was working on it hard.
Now, is that a good thing for a player to develop a relationship like that with an official, or does it make them stand out and more likely to get a foul called against them later?
Well, I'll tell you what, it all depends on how they approach the official. If they approach him now and in a sincere manner and really ask you about, what he should do to avoid that kind of situation, or, what did he do the last time that he should not have done, and then listen intently to the official, and then after the ball game, make sure that he goes out and helps him get in his car and that kind of thing.
It's a 55-48. Skyhawks got it to 7 on a Terrence Smith free throw. Miles got a real solid personality. He's a very, very likable person. Got a big smile, likes to joke around. Outside three-point attempt, Hampton for Lipscomb, no good. The rebound, though, Josh Williams back up, missed it. Rebound, Terrence Smith.
Boy, Terrence went up high for that one.
He's got 3 rebounds in the game. Liabo for 3. Oh, mercy. Instant offense. Like the microwave oven, he's eating it up fast. It's a 4-point game. Mike Liabo with his 5th 3 of the game. He has 15 points and almost had a steal there. They work it inside to Denny. Denny fouled on the floor. Thought there might have been a travel.
He tried to keep that foot glued down so hard that he finally fell over off balance.
That'll be the foul is on Mopo. Watching the replay, and boy, that's close in there on the OVC digital replay. Shot is up, no good. Rebound tipped. Skyhawk basketball. Newell to Liabo. Liabo's had the hot hand. How about another one? Missed that 3-point attempt, though. Tip to DeMarc Richardson, takes it in and foul. DeMarc will go to the free throw line. Liabo has not only provided points, though, Cal, he seems to be providing a little bit of energy in there.
Well, that ball moves a little bit quicker when he's in there because they try to get it going so they could catch him in an open spot if they can. And when you got 2 strong threats in there, here we got Terrence on one side and him on the other. When you just have one of them in the ball game, boy, against this type of defense, it's really tough to score.
Liabo's hit 5 threes and Terrence has hit 4, so the defense has to respect them. DeMarc Richardson makes the free throw, and UT Martin cuts it to 3 after trailing by 10.
See, we don't have any strong inside threat right now from a scoring standpoint.
Because Miles has 4 fouls.
And we're not getting fast break points. So, boy, you're hard-pressed then to be able to try to keep all that pressure on your 3-point shooters.
DeMarc bounces in the second free throw attempt, and with 12 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, UT Martin trails 55-53. They've almost erased a 10-point deficit. The defense inside will send J.C. Hampton to the free throw line. Mopo's picked up his second. A little bit of rumbling from the band down there. Boy, the one place where the band is very active in a game is at Jacksonville State. Their band will heckle the opponents every time down the floor. J.C. Hampton at the line, and Hampton having to shoot into the UT Martin band. They're trying to distract the free throw shooter. Hits it, though. It's 56-53. OVC digital replay showing that just nicely. He looked like he was going to cut back to the middle of the court and stay baseline. And Hampton picked up that foul. D. Oldham in for the Skyhawks. Marshawn Newell goes out. Hampton to the free throw line. He's 3 for 3. He has 6 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. Free throw is good. 57-53. UT Martin trails by 4. Skyhawks with Richardson, Liabo, Terrence Smith, D. Oldham, and Pierre Mopo. Mopo and Richardson are not big offensive threats, but play aggressive defense. Then you got Smith and Liabo in there, and D. Oldham. Terrence on the left wing over to Richardson, finding Liabo. Liabo shoots the 7-footer, bounces up, and fell in. Mopo almost offensive goaltending.
I was going to say, I thought it looked like from this angle that he might have touched the ball.
Yeah, his hand was halfway in the cookie jar when he had to pull it out there real quick. That ball just bounced up there. Liabo with such soft touch. Inside Lipscomb, shot no good. Late whistle against UT Martin. D picks up the foul. 57-55. Skyhawks are down by 2. This is the 7th team foul against UT Martin. Josh Williams shooting free throws. He has not been to the line. He struggled tonight. 0 for 7 from the field, 0 for 3 from three-point range. The free throw is good. On the season, he has not missed a free throw. Lipscomb has played 5 games this year. 2 and 3 coming into this one. Free throw is good. Hits them both. Skyhawks down 4, 59-55. 12 minutes to go now. Mark Richardson to Terrence Smith. Over to DeMark. Back to Terrence. Finding D. D goes baseline. Kicks it out to Terrence into Liabo. We're using Liabo some in the paint. He's fouled. And Terrence Smith throws it to the Skyhawks. But how about Liabo, the three-point threat, though, but is working his way in the paint now?
That's right, yeah. They're putting him in the middle of that zone. And he draws the foul. They're guarding him so closely, he draws a foul when he gets it in there.
Liabo will shoot free throws when we come back with 11:45 remaining. 59-55, UT Martin trailing on the Skyhawk Sports Network. Eleven minutes, 45 seconds to go, and the Skyhawks are trailing 59-55. Mike Liabo at the free throw line. His first free throw attempts of the season. His 17 in the game. Lead UT Martin in scoring. Missed the free throw. Martin Smith leads all scorers. The junior from Lipscomb is 21. Mike at the charity stripe. The southpaw eyes the basket and hits it. 59-56, UT Martin down by 3.
Now we're going to try to do some trapping down here.
Full court pressure, D is on. Sanderson in backcourt. Passes it past the timeline. Going to get to Malcolm Smith. Now J.C. Hampton. Skyhawks with Oldham, Richardson, Mopo, Liabo, Terrence Smith in the game. I say earlier, when Malcolm Smith, Martin Smith, and Terrence Smith are in, you have a trio of Smiths playing. Inside blocked by Mopo. The recovery, though, Lipscomb. Then a foul is called and a spin move inside after that offensive rebound. Terrence picked up the foul. Malcolm Smith at the charity stripe. 8 team fouls there. Malcolm Smith 4 for 4 from the free throw line in the game. Hits it. Skyhawks down by 4. J.J. Butler back in. Rebounding relatively even here. UT Martin with 25, Lipscomb 24. Turnovers, Lipscomb has only turned it over 4 times. Big stat there. Skyhawks with 9 miscues. Free throw is good. Josh Williams in the game. Skyhawks down 5, 61-56. Liabo gets it into Richardson. And working Liabo in the paint with Smith and Oldham outside the three-point line. Mopo just in there to cause interference and get rebounds. Richardson to Liabo. Liabo steps back, throws it over to Terrence. Terrence is fouled. 4 team fouls. J.J. Butler with the foul. Marshawn Newell in for DeMarc Richardson. Second on Butler. Here's the pass coming in left side baseline for the Skyhawks. Got to get it in there. Now we do to Liabo from Oldham. They'll get to Marshawn Newell. Coach James telling them to spread out the offense. Skyhawks here down by 5 with the ball. Marshawn to D. D right wing out to Liabo, top of the key. Mike spinning, lost the ball. Good defensive effort there by Josh Williams in transition. Sanderson up, missed it. Rebound. Up and in, Josh Williams. I don't know how he got that board, but the stick back is good.
Well, he picked that thing up. He picked it back up again off the floor, it appeared like, and came up between everybody and scored.
Oldham missed a 3. Liabo tips the rebound to Marshawn Newell, who's fouled. 6 team fouls against Lipscomb, so both teams will be in the bonus from now on. Skyhawks will inbound this one with Martin Smith checking back in. Another change in the lineup. Chad Johnson gets in. Coach Alexander making several changes. Coach Alexander graduated from Belmont in '95, coached at Stetson. For the 2011 through 13 seasons. Here's Liabo. What a tough shot by Mike Liabo.
Wow.
Cal, you're the color commentator. Describe that.
I'll tell you what, that's one of those ones that'll be tough to describe. He went through a number of contortions before that thing got off and then banked it off the board. And boy, and it wasn't just a prayer. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing.
You know, you see the guys who finish like that, and one thing they never do is never take their eye off the target.
Oh, no, boy, they stay right with it. And they adjust for the angle they're at and the speed they're at, and they do it all instantly.
Free throw is good. Liabo hits that free throw. 63-59. Skyhawks have cut it to 4. Mike Liabo with 21 points. Now leading all scorers along with Lipscomb's Martin Smith. Lipscomb has the ball. UT Martin needs a stop here. Skyhawks led by 7, but that was midway through the first half. Steal. Liabo with it. Running the break. Lipscomb back on defense. Mike gets a screen from Mopo, shoots from 17, no good. Mopo the rebound after setting that screen and then missed the shot badly, but good work there by Pierre. Casey Hampton has it for Lipscomb, passing it to Martin Smith. 63-59 inside. Yes, that's J.J. Butler. Skyhawks down 6, 65-59, 9:24 to go. Terrence Smith left wing to Mike Liabo. Liabo for 3. He hits it. Good grief. Liabo with 24, and the Skyhawks cut it in half, trailed by 3. You think he's wanted to play?
Well, I'll tell you what, and he was determined when he came down the floor. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna make a shot right then.
Butler goes baseline, and we cannot stop Malcolm Smith scoring on the Skyhawks. Mopo picks up his 3rd, lead back to 5. 8 minutes, 55 seconds to go. Mike looks a little bit winded and will come out of the game. Probably a good call here. I think he's ready. Child's in for Mike, and Tobias Dowdell set to check in also. Dylan Green and Josh Williams will check in for the Bisons. Free throw is good. The lead back to 6.
We're going to have a chance to win. It's going to have to be with the big guy in there, and he's in there now. Of course, he's sitting on 4 fouls, so this is going to be a tough thing for him. He's going to keep his composure. But, boy, if he gets the ball down in there, we're in business.
8:46 to go. Skyhawks trailing 68-62. Terrence has his shot blocked. Gets it back, though. Here's the double team. They find Childs. Childs for 3. Quick shot, no good. Rebound, J.J. Butler. On the outlet from Green, up and in. They ran the floor perfectly that time as Josh Williams finishes.
And you notice when he passed the ball, he passed it right off the dribble, right between 2 defensive players. He bounced it, kept it away from their hands.
Timeout. We'll take one with the team. It's 70-62. UT Martin trailing by 8 after cutting it to 3. The action continues here with 8:24 remaining on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network. Down by 8 with 8:25 to go. UT Martin basketball. Liabo back in there along with Marshawn Newell, Terrence Smith, D. Oldham, and Miles Taylor. As Coach Cal Luther said, Miles playing with 4 fouls. Lipscomb's got Josh Williams, Martin Smith, Green, Butler, and Johnson. Here's Terrence Smith on the outside. Terrence to the basket. Missed it. Rebound. Lipscomb. On the break, in a hurry, Williams to the basket, scores. The Skyhawks gotten beaten down twice and now trailed by 10. 72-62. D to Miles. Miles foul. So I guess the talking to the official, it didn't hurt so much.
That's right. That's right.
Miles Taylor will go to the free throw line. Timeout. We'll take a timeout. It's 72-62. UT Martin down 10. Miles Taylor shooting free throws, and we return. 7 minutes, 51 seconds remaining on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network. A doubleheader tonight. We are at the Elam Center, and in our first game, the Skyhawk women got the win over Evansville, 93-77. Heather Butler had 34 points to lead all scorers. Newsom finished with 14, Caldwell with 12, and the Skyhawks win, putting them at 4-2 on the year. Miles Taylor at the free throw line for the Skyhawks here, trailing by 10, 72-62, 7:51 to go. Taylor's free throw is bouncing in. 9-point game. To Mark Richardson will check in for Miles Taylor. Looks like. So we'll go a little bit smaller with the lineup.
Well, we're shooting 80% at the free throw line this second half.
Hits it, Miles Taylor. And Mark Richardson comes in. So you got the 2 guards in there with Richardson and Newell. Very small UT Martin lineup.